Welcome to my channel, INTJ Island. Today, I'm going to talk about an INTJ and unvalidated feelings. Imagine going to see your doctor. You have some troubling symptoms, a rash, a wound that won't heal, an eye that is red, and eye drops won't help. Something is wrong, and you want to get it fixed. You sit down in the doctor's office and explain the problem. And rather than diagnosing your problem and giving you a treatment, he tells you about all the other people he knows who have had something similar. His brother had this problem, and he knew a guy in school who had this problem. He tells you that lots of people have this problem. It's no big deal. He slaps you on the back and sends you home. Naturally, you don't care if his brother, best friend in school, or lots of other people have had similar symptoms. All you care about is what is the problem and how can you treat it effectively and make it go away. INTJs often grow up outside of the mainstream of the daily social flow. We ask questions that others either can't or don't wish to answer. We learn fairly early on that we aren't like other kids. Even adults are often confused by the things we are fascinated with. Since we don't fit in, it is easy for others to push us to the side in their minds as they focus on the normal kids. That means our feelings, on the rare occasions that we express them, tend to be ignored or at least played down. We form a positive feedback loop where we internalize our emotions, and when we express them, they are deprecated, and so we try harder to keep them inside. This can lead others to visualizing us as not having any emotions at all. They find it surprising when we actually do express them, and sometimes that expression is viewed as being an overreaction to something they see as being rather small, or at least so common as to not merit that level of pain or anger. However, things can build up, and then something small may be the last straw that brings out our emotions. Our introverted feeling is underdeveloped, childlike in ways. But in the same way a child feels powerful emotions over small things, we can at times do that as well. We find this especially troubling because emotions can take our normally ordered and highly structured mind and temporarily lay it to waste. It isn't just negative emotions either. Emotional joy and love can take over in passion or flirting and sharing special events with our lover. I have noted often that my wife can bring out a childlike emotional response when we are interacting. When I face emotional pain, it can devastate my being. I don't live my life being conditioned by constant emotional exposure to pain through daily interactions with people that I find annoying. I put separation between myself and others, rather than putting up with the irritation. I find peace in my isolation. This enhances my life normally. I can focus on what matters to me and what I enjoy, but it doesn't prepare me to deal with pain when it cannot be avoided. One of the most frightening demonstrations of this process was when my wife and I were trying to care for my mother as Alzheimer's took her mind away step by step. I reached a point where my own mind was shutting down. I was forgetting things and literally reached a point one time where, when faced by necessity, I couldn't react, and my normal take charge and get it done response abandoned me for a bit. I had no defense for this. If I had not finally escaped and turned the care of my mother over to professionals, I fear my own emotional collapse was not far off. It took a long time for me to get my bearings again after that. A common problem I have had is that because I keep my emotions inside, others don't have any sort of track record to work with when I actually do express emotions. They have to rely on how they approach other people who do routinely express their feelings openly. They deal with that sort of thing all the time, with others. Hurts happen, and they are shared and discounted because everybody else does it that way, and it works for them. But they don't realize that you are not like those others. When I express my inner hurt, it is almost like having my clothes ripped off in public. It is embarrassing, and it doesn't help having others act like it is no big deal. They come back with their normal responses that they use with their friends. They play it down. Everyone goes through that. I had something like that happen once. Or my buddy went through that. Like with the aforementioned doctor, you don't get a cure, but only a list of others who share your misery in one form or another. Apparently this approach works with most people, but most of them were not forced into a situation that had them feeling so deeply about something that it broke down very strong barriers within them before they expressed their feelings openly. You are not searching for a collection of fellow sufferers. You want a solution to your own emotional problem so it will go away. However, the net result of what you get boils down to, "Aw shucks, everybody goes through that. It's nothing." For me, whenever I get that response, I wonder what I was thinking to even open up with this emotional problem. I was better off keeping it to myself. I walk away thinking that all I accomplished was to make the other party think less of me for no good reason. I know that I often react almost like an adolescent when big emotional events hit me, but others don't get it. They don't understand. And I can't blame them. They aren't INTJs. Is this just me, or have you had the same problem in the past? How did you deal with that? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please click like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. If you click on the bell, you will also receive notifications when I put up a new video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.